Hi there, welcome to our Friday update video. I hope you all had a great Christmas, great New Year, enjoyed the festivities and are fit and well. I've had a great time but managed to get gout. I managed to get a cold. My mother-in-law decided to sneeze all over our Christmas dinner and I got a cold, so thank you Mary for that. But I'm surviving nevertheless. I hope you're well anyway, and welcome back to our Friday videos. We're going to do something a bit different from now on. So last year we sort of focused on a few bits of kind of call info and quite a lot of deals and stuff like that. I'm going to talk less about deals now on Fridays and running through more sort of cool stuff, because we always do really good deals. We've got great offers. If you're looking to buy something, then there'll always be something to tempt you. So I'm not going to go on about that, but I'm going to spend time instead talking about something which is topical, or something that's new that's come in, or something that's just relevant at the time. And I might waffle on for 5 minutes, I might go on for 10. Jakob will get really fed up and his hands will start aching if I go on much longer than that. But I just think it's a bit more interesting for you as a viewer. And each week, if I'm going to talk about arcades today, for example, if you love old arcades, you'll think, oh, this is brilliant, and hopefully you find it interesting. But if you're a pool player and interested in pool, you think, well, arcade's not that bothered. Andy's quite mildly interesting, but I'm not that bothered about listening to it. Then don't worry about this one and watch out for next week. I might have something about pool next week. So hopefully you'll find them good fun. So we are going to talk about arcades. And the reason for that is that we've had a couple of really cool games come in. We put them on, Jakob put them on Instagram yesterday. Everybody got really excited about some of the stuff we had come in. So we thought, right, let's talk about arcades, because I love them. I grew up in Torbay. I grew up in the arcades of Paignton, Brixham and Torquay. That's where I spent my formative years. And I guess that's why I sell what I sell, is because I just love this kind of thing. So, you know, you may well have a magical memory of the old stuff, and we've had quite a few customers that want to get the proper old vintage arcade. So, you know, you've got two choices really. You can either get a multi-game arcade that either runs main, or one that's got one of these PCBs in that will run 60 games or up to as many as, you know, 800, 1,000 games. But for some people, there's a certain magic of the genuine old original arcade, and we're talking about it a long time ago now. So we're talking sort of early 80s is when it obviously all started. So you got 80, 90, 2000, that's 20 years, 30 years, what are we now, 18, 38 years. So these are 38 years old that some of these games sort of were coming out, but we've still got them going. So I'm going to talk you through a few examples of what we've got in the showroom now. We've got a warehouse full of them. We've probably got about, I don't know, 50 games that we've imported or we've bought that are waiting to be restored or purchased, and we'll prioritise that based upon people purchasing them. But as we work through them, if they've not got sold, then they'll make it into the showroom and then they'll be here. So I'm going to take you through a couple of these and show you what we've got and sort of give you a bit of background on it and that sort of thing. So we'll start off with Gauntlet. So first of all, before you start phoning up saying, Andy, Gauntlet, I love Gauntlet, wow, I want to buy it, you can't buy this. It's mine and I'm not selling it, and we all love playing it, particularly Jakob, who keeps on, he's actually started a game, which you can see here. Jakob's got 4 players going and it's been sat here, got bored, and so it's got exits. So it's an exit, everybody. Let's get them all there we go. Isn't the sound wonderful on that? There we go. So there's Gauntlet. So some of these machines that are sat here then are ours, and we're just going to keep them. We've kind of called it the Home as a Direct Museum, just because they're lovely and they're too lovely to sell. So if you want to come and play them though, they're getting pounded here. They're on free play. There we are. So they're on free play. If you love Gauntlet, you want to come down and play the genuine original arcade games. This was 85 this came out. Then just come down, come and play it. It's I think it's on free play. You've got to put some credits on it to get it playing. But come down and have a game, but you can't buy it. Then we've got a Donkey Kong Jr. This is another one we're not going to sell. It's actually got the double Donkey Kong conversion on it, which is both PCBs are able to be played in this. So this one's actually playing Donkey Kong at the moment. There's actually something wrong with the graphics on it, but because it's a bit cold in here at the moment. So we're not selling this particular one, but I do have Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. cabinets, machines in stock. We've got them, some of them are in the orange, some of them are in blue, and we've got those good to go. So if you are after one of these, we can do one of those for you. Then this thing, so Street Fighter is a constant favourite from people from the 90s. So if you're a 90s kid, you'll remember, look at this, isn't it wonderful? Massive, great big CRT monitor, proper Capcom control panel, joysticks, buttons, just as you remembered it back in the day. And this is an absolute beauty. So this has been renovated. It's had a new control panel on it. The modus has been gone through. We go through a whole process of sorting out the mains adapter. So if the main supply is come from the States, we'll just get rid of that one from the States, put a new UK one in there so it'll run off a UK voltage, and go through the whole thing. What we try to do is to try and keep as much of the original game as we can there. So this is actually the original bezel surround that's on here. You can sort of tell it's a bit faded, and you can sort of tell from the arcade it's still got £1 per play there. And we'll keep that there because I like the originality of it, but this control panel was absolutely wrecked. I think it had the kind of obligatory cigarette burns on there, and so we put a new panel on there just to make that look really nice. And the cabinet, for example, has got things like it's still got this bar put on there over there. Generally we'll take these off and we'll fill the holes and make it nice, but this one's come in and we've sort of got it there like that. So there's Street Fighter 2. Asteroid just came in. I think a couple of days ago, Jakub came back up after he came down to photograph it and put it on social media and said, wow, that Asteroid is amazing. And it is. You just look at the screen on it. Should we just start it up? Here we go. It's the clarity of the screen, the sounds, and the, oh no, nearly done there, and it's just awesome. Oh, I'm going to die. Here we go. You don't want to watch me. There you go. I'm dead. Right. So, I mean, it is beautiful. This is an original one that we've actually imported from the States. So, I personally and my team will scour the internet looking for products, and we've got a couple of sources that use the States. We buy quite a lot of this equipment in. It takes a long time to obviously get containerised, get over to the UK, and then we worked on and then get into our showroom. And generally, in that space of time, customers will end up buying that machine from us before it actually goes through the process and gets here. But this Asteroid has come in. It was one that we were planning on not selling, but I guess if you wanted to buy Asteroids, we will sell this particular model. So it's a beauty. So there's Asteroids, and again, you know what I was saying, I don't know if you can pick up on this, but this is an original control panel. You can sort of see the little nicks and knots in it. I don't think this is bad enough that it needs replacing. I think this is nice and original. It's got the original buttons, it's got the original surround, original marquee. I mean, it's in really good condition. It's a little bit notchy here. So it depends what you want. We've decided, look, keep it like that, but I guess if you bought it from us and you said, look, you need to sort of paint this in and make it look a bit nicer. If you'd like us to replace the T-moulding on it, we can do all that sort of stuff for you and make it look really nice. But I just liked it because it's really, nice and original. Side art is really good on it, and that's a beauty. So that's Asteroids. Then we've got a Centipede, and this is in awesome condition. Again, it's a proper original one. Lovely clear screen. The trackball works beautifully. It's just really nice. The control panel is fantastic on it. You look at the front of this, I mean, it's just great. You can see the original Atari sticker on there. I don't know if you can try and see the side art on it, Jakub, but it's a bit difficult to get in there. But you sort of see, I don't know if you see on this corner here, there's like a notch where the vinyl's going to come away, and we've just gone and painted it in. And it doesn't really notice. So that's Centipede, so that's a beauty. What else have we got? So Smash TV, I love Smash TV. But this one that we've got here has got an LCD screen in it, and I'm a bit of a purist. I prefer to have a CRT monitor in there, and the image isn't brilliant, but it does do the trick. So maybe it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's a good compromise of getting some reliability into one of these where the screen must have just sort of gone wrong before, which has been replaced by the previous owner. But the actual control panel is marvellous, and I really like it. So that's a beauty. And then finishing up with Paperboy. So this is what really blew up on Instagram yesterday. It's so rare. Paperboys are so rare to get, and I love Paperboy. I remember playing Paperboy. I was on a French exchange. It was sent to a family. I think I was probably about 13, 14. Didn't speak a lot of French. They spoke no English, and I was in Brittany. But thankfully there was a cafe on the beach by where we were staying, and I spent all the money that Mum and Dad gave me on playing Paperboy. I bought nothing else. I bought no souvenirs. I spent it all on Paperboy, and as a result, I absolutely love it. And it does play beautifully. Let's just start up again, just so you can sort of hear it. Here we go. Here's the string. Jakub's telling me I need to hurry up. Anyway, there we go. So there's Paperboy. It's a beauty. So hopefully you've enjoyed a bit of a look through what we've got. If you want to play us, just wander backwards, Jakub, so we don't get the music. So Okay, so I waffled on too long and we went over 10 minutes, so that filled up Jakob's memory card, so we've had to start again. So anyway, showing you Paperboy, I do love that, and I told you my memory of playing Paperboy. So we're going to give away a mug, so you know, no expense spared here. Is that I just want to know from you guys, do you have a favourite arcade machine from back when you were a kid? And what's your memory of it? Do you have a story of where you used to play that? Was it a particular sort of place you went on holiday, you went camping somewhere, or a local arcade that you went to? And what was your favourite game? And we'll pick well, I don't know, pick one at random, or we're going to pick the best? No, we're going to pick one at random. And we'll send you out a mug. If we like a few, then we'll send you out a load. So we've got loads of these arcade mugs. There's a pretty cool Outrun one we've got there, but we've got loads of different ones. We've probably even got a Paperboy one, I think, as well. So leave your comments, tell us what you think. If you want to come down and have a game, you know, the showroom's open. You can see on the website when our opening hours are. Come down, have a game. They're all on free play. Just come and enjoy them. That's my view. So hopefully you've enjoyed our little run through of arcades. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll catch you next week.